Hello everyone, this is Mia Vibes. Welcome back to another video. Today I have a traveler's notebook video for you guys. This is my passport size in camel color that I wasn't really using for a long time. I got it at the end of 2016 and I got it for the new year, which was 2017, but to be honest, I wasn't really using this, or I wasn't really enjoying the size, I think. But recently I have been enjoying using my pocket size traveler's notebook, and since they are kind of like still similar size, this is small but still they're similar size, so I thought that maybe I will enjoy using this again since I like it so much right now, and that's for sure, guys. So I took out all the inserts from this notebook, this traveler's notebook, and these inserts were also kind of problem. Like, these were also the reason why I wasn't really reaching out for this traveler's notebook that much, even though I had it with me all the time at work, or sometimes I take it to the grocery stores and stuff like that. So because this is so small, when I first got it, I thought that, well, I can take it everywhere. I can use it like wallet. I can do whatever. But I just like using my wallet, so I couldn't use it for wallet purpose. And these notebooks, like except for this one, these three kind of like had the same purpose. So basically I was carrying three notebooks for grocery list, work stuff, or whatever. Like I wanted to write down just random things, so I had three notebooks for random things. If you look inside, there's like plans and works and grocery lists, recipes, and some watercolor collecting. And I also try to, like with this one, try to do some creative journaling and everything. So everything kind of became similar, so it wasn't really fun for me, and also it didn't give me exact like a purpose to go back to this traveler's notebook, because I like all the stuff that I was writing down in here, I was writing this down in my other journals also. So because I didn't really like the size so much, there was no reason for me to really like go back to this TN to, write stuff down. But I fixed those problems by doing a lot of brainstormings and making new journals. Before I set it up, because I just really had no idea, I went to my blank spot at the end of the weekly insert, and I decided to do some brainstorming here, and I wrote down a list of journals that I want to have, but this time I wanted to have like a specific purpose. So instead of having like a really random notebooks, or instead of trying to use it for work, I decided to just do something fun. Even though I won't be able to use this for productivity, I still wanted to, set it up, even if it's all for creative writing, or creative journaling. So how I set it up is, now we're looking at this inside finally, guys. I have three notebooks in here, and two of them were made this morning, and they are still kind of like, as you can see, like opening like this is because I just put a lot of papers. And because now I can make any kind of insert that I want at home, I just had to decide the topic for each notebook that's going in here. And then I could just decide the material for the pages and stuff, which was very cool. I was so happy to be able to do that this morning. So here we have the first insert. The first insert it's like a super junky. If you watch my video from yesterday, I've been making sewing machine journals, and I've been using grocery bag. Do you see the dog barking? I'm sorry. I've been using the grocery bag, scraps to make the covers or decorate the covers. So I decided to make me one too, because I had some extra pieces left. So this one, the base cover, this one, is just some recycled cardstock. This was from the manuscript tablet for children. I used all the pages from the tablet and I saved this just like the journals that I made yesterday. I mean, I showed yesterday in the YouTube video. I just saved this and I decided to just use this as a base cover, which means the cover with this paper, the cover is okay itself, but it's just not as pretty, you know. So I decided to just sew the piece of grocery bag here, and it was really bad, guys. I didn't really care how I was making it because it's mine. So I didn't even set up the sewing machine correctly on my desk. I just did it quickly, really quickly in the kitchen, and I didn't really care about the measurement at all. So it's like super junky. I almost want to throw this away, but I decided to keep this, guys. And I labeled it as Feel Good Parcel, and I did some Feel Good Parcel stamping here and there. And how I'm going to be using this is, okay, let me tell you about the pages first before I tell you. So the pages are, as you can see, these are kind of these are the pages that's on the very end, in the very back of a book. These books were like a travel guide for Boston, and the other one was like London or something. But in the very back, like you have this kind of like a random list. So I just couldn't use these pages for my Etsy shop Feel Good Parcel items, but I just saved it and I decided to use this for my junk journal because I don't really care what kind of paper it is. I'm okay with really junky paper. As long as I can work with it. So the purpose of this notebook is, as you guys know, I have a lot of items now from Feel Good Parcel, but usually when I work, I'm just really in a rush and I'm trying to get some new stuff out there, and I am just busy working, so I don't really appreciate the things that I make sometimes. Sometimes I freak out because things that I created are just so cute, but sometimes I just like don't have time. Like if I make something, sometimes it gets sold right away. I don't get to look at it or whatever. So what I decided to do with this journal is I'm going to be creating like a junk journal pages, or it's more like display or showcase of my Feel Good Parcel ephemeras. So, for example, I have these message strips from Feel Good Parcel, as you guys know. So I have some of these, right? And also, let me just show you a bunch of things. I have these ticket logs here too. So I will be using these ephemeras to decorate the pages and stuff, and also maybe like write notes about like what they are or how I came up with these pieces and how long I worked on it, just random facts or random ideas and feelings about it. So I can just use this. I can make good vibes page, and I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot of writing. I am going to be writing down notes and stuff like that, but I don't expect that I am going to be writing a whole bunch. Or if I do a lot of writing, I can just take a piece of like a random blank papers, like which I have here. I can just take this kind of blank paper scraps that I always have on my desk anyway, or I can just use the sticky notes to write down ideas. So it's kind of like work, but not like too much working or brainstorming about work. So I'll be just basically just logging, all the memories with these ephemeras, because sometimes like even though I make all this like a feel good messages and stuff, I just don't have enough time to look at it flowers pastel blue sky like right now, a cup of tea, I have coffee here. Like I don't really think about this kind of stuff. So I just wanted to be able to appreciate everything more. That's basically what I want to do these days also. Just being more mindful and more like being slower so that I can enjoy every moment and everything better. And also that way, even when I work, I'm more accurate and I'm more like focused instead of trying to do this little bit, do that little bit, and then just being in a rush. So that's how I'm setting up my lifestyle these days. It's been working well actually. So that's that journal. So that's why again I didn't really have to have fancy paper. I just really use random paper, and the cover is so junky and I just love it so much. I think just because the notebook's like so pretty, I will come back to look at it or do anything with it. I hope that that's like what's about to happen. I really hope so. But anyway, that was the first book, and I have this craft folder. It was just sitting here. It was just almost brand new because after I bought it, I wasn't using this journal. I mean TN. So it's brand new, but now I'm like try to decorate it and maybe like put labels and stuff like that also. So that would be nice if I can, you know, set this up, but I am still not sure what exactly I'm gonna be doing. Oh, actually, you know what I can put in there? So I've been using the sewing machine recently, and I have this like a sewing machine practices that I have been just saving because I still wanted to put this like in my journal pages just to add some extra like interest. So that's definitely something I can do. So this like I know the orders. When I look at it, this was like really bad, but then now like I was close to perfect and everything. I can just, you know, keep this in here. So one day, you know, I will journal about it maybe in this book. So this is something I wanted to use for, well, guys, you may think that I'm not making any sense, but this is something I want to use for like a creative writing. Here I'm not talking about creative writing in a like a fiction or non-fiction way, but as you know, even this like a little pieces that I make for my shop, like I love using my words for my ephemera, and when people like it and when people like seeing this kind of messages and when they want to use this in their journal, I just love that feeling. It's just really like a fun feeling. All the words that I wrote from my Etsy shop, they all came from me, of course, and I was thinking that I needed a notebook where I can write down like a nice messages. Sometimes I have like thoughts, but like I'm like I don't know where to write it down. And imagine I if I wrote it if I write it down in one of these random notebooks, it's gonna just stay as a random notebook. But I decided to have one notebook where I can capture all my like a quick words or thoughts or just inspiration. So this is going to be like a kind of like a creative writing. So I'm gonna write a bunch of like nice words whenever I think about it. I don't care. I'm not gonna decorate this or anything like that. Just like the way I am using my field note journals. As you can see, like I'm not doing a lot of decoration. There are stickers and colors and stuff, but it's just the minimum. So I want to be able to do it, and maybe I'll do some scrapbooking and stuff. So this is gonna be used as that. So you know what? Let me make the label right now while we're on here. My label maker is not working very well, so if it makes like a weird noise, I'm sorry. But I'm just going to simply okay, this one was not that bad. Earlier when I was using it, it sounded like it was gonna like break or something right away. But I am going to be putting this here. It says write, because that's the purpose of this. So here, I'm not making any grocery list or any random work-related brainstorming or anything. It's gonna be just writing. If they cannot be used for Feel Good Parcel, I still have the memory of writing pretty words, thinking about somebody or thinking about like, you know, abstract things. So I'm gonna enjoy using this. So this is right. And also, throughout the day, I write down all the nice words like at random, like a random in random journals. So if I am writing, if I am just doing something with this journal, and if I thought about something real quick, like a pretty words that I could use for Etsy shop, then it's likely that I'm gonna write in here, you know, instead of maybe if I'm far away from this notebook, if this notebook's far away from me actually, then maybe I won't go back in here. But later, like, but now what I can do is if I wrote something here, I can absolutely rewrite them in here just to make sure all my writing related ideas are in this journal. So we'll see how that goes. I'll definitely update you on that in the future, in a few weeks. We'll see how that goes. So that's that. And the other one, the last journal that I have in here, oh my goodness, guys, this journal feels so good. Let me just take it out and show this to you. Oh my gosh, guys. So I just made this. It's my first time trying to sew the cover to a piece of paper. The paper is just like the other one that I used here. It's the same paper. I just had some more, so I just used that. And it was so hard for me to sew this fabric. It's all accidents, but I ended up liking it, but I cannot make products like that in the future, so I have to practice more. So I'm glad that my notebook kind of became like a practice notebook, or it became my sewing practice. I love it. And the reason why I decided to use the fabric as on the cover is because, guys, I am going to be using this as my fabric journals. Fabric journal, not journals, because I have been using more fabrics recently. So actually I'm really liking the way I am the way like I can incorporate fabrics in my Feel Good Parcel items or even my journaling. But the thing is, fabrics like still really special for me, and I don't really get to touch a lot of like a pretty fabrics. You know, I don't get to really do anything with this once the item is made and once those fabric scraps are sent out in the orders or in the mails. I don't really have like, you know, a lot of memories left about the fabrics, even though I feel really special about being able to work with the fabrics or just having these pretty fabrics. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So I decided to make a journal where I just simply put a piece of fabric here and then write about it, like write about like where I got it or what I made with this, and somebody said something about this fabric or anything about fabric. So this is gonna be my fabric journal, and that's why I tried to use the fabric in the cover. And because I knew that this was gonna be you know, fabric journal, I didn't want to make the pages with super fragile papers, just in case it's gonna affect my writing in the notebook or whatever. So I decided to cut up some thicker papers that I had. These are supposed to be cardstock, but I don't think this is like cardstock. This is not too thick at all. But I decided to make, you know, use some of these papers, and this is not a cardstock, but this is just craft paper. So I used those in here, and I even did the stitching 2 times just because it just feels so thick. So I am going to be using this as my fabric museum journal. It's gonna be really fun to collect all the, you know, memories. And also, like in the future when I buy like a new fabric, I'll definitely log it in here, and that's really exciting for me right now. And let me just put this in here. And you know what I want to do right now? Here, let me write fabric. sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't. I need a new label maker. It works, it's just like annoying. Sometimes it makes the noise that something is like stuck in it when there's nothing. I'm just struggling with peeling this now, guys. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, I got it, I got it. So, oh my goodness, guys. Oh no, that's like too. No, let me put it over here because I don't want to. No, should I put it here? What do you think? Not like I can get the answer right away, right? But okay, I'm gonna put it here. It's gonna be my fabric journal. Oh my goodness. And since we are here, let me just take it to the next level by putting some stems. So okay, I'm just gonna stamp it here. I don't care. Let me see if I can stamp on here, guys, okay? Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love it. And let me see if I want to use this one also. Well, I said it's not for work, but it's all about feel good parcel. By the way, this bright orange or pink page, I decided to just add it in here because as you can see, I messed up a lot on the cover. I was really experimenting, different stitches and how I should stitch this and stuff like that, or how it feels when I stitch the paper and the fabric together. So I was really experimenting, so it's really like messed up and not pretty. So I just wanted to have like an extra cover, but as you can see, I was printing something out and I messed up. Like my printer just stopped printing, so it just like spit out the paper. But I kept this because this is such a thick cardstock. I don't throw anything away, as you guys know. So I just kept it for a while and I just decided to give it an extra cover. So that's what exactly we have here. These are all the junks, guys. I'm so happy that I was able to recycle a lot of things and also like find the new purpose for this traveler's notebook. And I'm gonna start using this soon, and I will update you on what's going on. And I have one question for you since I'm already here. Guys, I think that this one just became really long today. I don't know if this is my imagination, but is it supposed to get this long, or is it this long usually? I don't think it was this long. I think it was like a shorter like this, but I don't know why this is so wrong. I mean, this is so long, not wrong. It is wrong. Let me know if this is wrong and if I can fix this or if I need to fix it. Let me know if you have any idea, guys. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed this, and let me know what you think about my setup or my journals and everything. I would love to hear that. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!